Hey folks, how's it going? Okay, we got several things going on right now. Um, I'm watching Paloma for Trump, and she's in Mexico right now, in Tijuana right now, and I'm watching it on my phone. And I tell you what, I've been watching every live stream I can from this lady, and yeah, you're going to hear feedback coming from her deal. And I'm going to be following it. I'm still going to follow this as I'm on here right now. But she has said multiple things that we as American nationalists need to pay attention to. We have a lot of things going on right now in our own country. And with this, to see that the Mexicans have stood up to the invaders is awesome. You know, they've taken this Paloma and they've tried to criticize her, they've tried to demoralize her, and they've tried to make her out to be the bad person when she's not the bad person. And it's just awesome how she is just turning things around and making things right. And it's amazing how they are trying to say that she's out there just trying to create problems. And she's not. She's out there right now trying to educate people on what's what. She is out there trying to educate people on just what the Mexicans don't want in their country. And they don't want invaders in their country at all. They don't want invaders to take over their own country on the way through to the United States. She is dead on with this, ladies and gentlemen. She's putting her own life on the line, trying to be up there, trying to let everybody know about what's happening. She's putting herself in harm's way just in case something happens. Yeah, she is doing what every American nationalist patriot should do. Her and the Mexicans of Mexico are standing up for their country. They are standing up against their government. Their government could have stopped this. Their government could have stopped this at the southern border, but they didn't. They let them come through, and they pulled back. Now, they're in one of the worst spots there is in Tijuana. And if any of you people have ever been to Tijuana, I've been to Tijuana back in the day. And back in the day, Tijuana was rough. It was tough, but it was okay. You had to watch your ass a lot. But now you couldn't pay me to go down there with the drug cartel, because this is where she's at today, taking on and standing in front of that caravan. That is the cartel's home country. It's the cartel's land. That is the cartel's part of the country, which is probably one of the most dangerous there is. And to see the Mexicans stand up against the caravan is awesome. And also, you know, I get to reading all the comments from people here in the United States. It's just awesome. Awesome. So You know, here's one of the things that we need to pay attention to, ladies and gentlemen. We have so much going on down there. And people saying, well, this doesn't affect us. It doesn't affect us. Then why in the hell do we have Americans down there that's not even Mexican Americans? Why is there Americans down there trying to tell this lady who has dual citizenship that she's wrong? What is this? Why is there guys down there telling her that we need open borders? Are they trying to say we need to take your country from you? Is that what they're trying to say? Is that what they're trying to say right now? You know, we need to. I get people here saying, we already know what's going on. Do you? Do you really know what's going on? I don't. I don't know what's going on. All I know is what Paloma is telling us is going on. When I see Americans sitting there telling her that we need to open our borders, that's a crock of crap. When we see Americans down there spreading fake news, that's a crock of crap. Here's the worst part, ladies and gentlemen. They're trying to make Paloma out as a bad person. You know, like she said today, she showed up and she was bum rushed by people thanking her for doing what she's doing as a Mexican and a Mexican American. And then she said the news media is down there is going after her. Oh, yeah, there's a lady in the high heels that was trying to create problems. She ain't trying to create problems. She's trying to let everybody know just what's going on. She is doing her damnedest not only to let everybody in Mexico know, but everybody here in the United States, in this republic that we live in, that we say we're going to live, fight, and die for. This lady has taken it upon herself to educate us on what's really happening. Now, my hand's off to the Mexicans. My head is off to the Mexicans because they are standing up. They are fighting with her. No, it's not physical violence as of yet. But it could escalate to that pretty damn quick. Pretty damn quick. And with that, you know, ladies and gentlemen, if they push through those thousands and thousands of people right now that's down there trying to block the caravan, if they get through them, what do you think they're going to do to our border? Do you think those people are actually going to stop and try to go through the port of entry? No, they're not. You can't think that. Now, here's something else to think about. All of our attention right now is on Tijuana. What about Juarez? You guys know where Juarez is? That's El Paso. So when you start looking about that, start thinking about all the spots on the border. There's many spots. I've been on the border, ladies and gentlemen. I've gathered cattle in that country. I've did work for ranches down that country. There's a lot of spots on the border where there's absolutely nothing. And I mean nothing. There's no wall. There's nothing there except for barbed wire fences. That's it. They easily go through it. They crawl through them. They cut them. Boom, they got a trail. It don't make a shit to them folks. But, you know, here we are. We're sitting here Sunday in our homes, Sunday afternoon in our homes. We're comfy. We're cool. We're warm. I got a fire going in there. And I'm thinking, okay, things couldn't be better in the world. Yeah, Donna Joe's working and it sucks. I wish she was home. Then all of a sudden I start seeing this and I see what the Mexican people are doing. You know, and I'm going to start telling you folks the truth. I don't dare do this on Facebook, but I will tell you the truth on here. You want to know what the Mexican Americans know about the invaders? You want to know what the Mexican Americans call illegals? You want to know what the Mexican Americans say about illegals? Well, I'm going to tell you. The honest God Mexican Americans call them wetbacks, call them spicks. They call them every name you can think of. They call them trouble. They call them criminals. They call them thieves. They have no respect for them. Because the Mexican Americans came to this country legally. They went through the process. They paid the price. They waited their time, and they got everything. The Mexican Americans that have been born and raised here legally, even the ones that I personally know that came up, who are now grandfathers, but they came here as young men, they came legally. They despise every one of them son of bitches that come across that border illegally. They despise them, and they despise that caravan right now. Because you know that caravan, if they're so proud of their home country, and there's nothing wrong with being proud of your home country, but if you're so proud of your home country, why didn't you stay there? Why didn't you fight in your home country to make it better than what it is? If you're so happy and excited about your home country, why didn't you stay there instead of going to Mexico, calling everybody dogs, calling them racist? How dare you go to another country and call somebody else a racist that's a nationalist of that country? They were born and raised in Mexico. You're from Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, and you're coming to Mexico calling them racist? You dumb bastards. Think everybody owes you something. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is New World Order 101. This is let's take over another country, and this is what they're trying to do. This is what they're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen. They're doing everything they can to destroy what's right about Mexico. I spent a lot of time in Mexico in different parts back in the day. Mexico's a beautiful country. I loved Mexico. I have an aunt who married a wetback. That's no fault of her own. She loved the man. You can't blame her for that. She loved the man. She knows what Mexico's like. I know what Mexico's like, and anybody else has been down there. I'm not talking down at the very southern end where you got all the tourist spots. I'm talking about Mexico and not Tijuana or Juarez. But you get out in the towns and the rural areas, Mexico is a beautiful country. And then people will fight. Then people will fight for what they believe in. And this is something we're seeing today. They will fight, and as she is showing all of us, the pride of the Mexicans should tell us, Americans, something. It should tell us just how we should be following their lead and fighting for our country, fighting for our rights. You know, there was thousands, and there still is, ladies and gentlemen, thousands of people. In Mexico right now, it's only 3:36 in the afternoon. In certain parts, then you get over to Tijuana. Well, I'm sorry, it's 1:36. And you get over at Tijuana, it's 12:36. There's still half a day to go. And they're still out there. They're still out there. You know, America needs to wake up. America needs to wake up and follow the lead of the Mexicans. Yes, I just said that. Yes, I agree. We need to follow the lead of the Mexicans and kick out all the illegals, kick out all the spicks, kick out everybody who's here to break our laws, who's here to do away with us, who's here to interfere with us, and kick out anybody that's trying to bring in the New World Order and the One World Order. You can see them, everybody's seen them on the video. They seen them on the live stream. That one bastard has been on there. She's talked to him 3 times so far in different days. And he's for open borders. But yet, did you notice he's with a news team? And they let him in. The Mexican police let him in so he can go back to the caravan. So guess what that bastard's telling everybody? that everybody on the other side of the barrier is just a bunch of racists. Mexicans, those Mexicans protecting Mexico are a bunch of racists. Talk about fucking hypocrisy. I just do not understand what I'm seeing there. It makes me mad. Yes, Dabs, I did. I did see that. You know, one of the things, too, that we have to look at, ladies and gentlemen, is just how prevalent is what's happening in Mexico going to affect our own country. It's going to affect our own country more than you can imagine. More than you can imagine. Now, the nice thing is, I'm following her, so she shut her deal off. So just as soon as she comes live again, I'm going to pull it up. And if we're still going, I'm going to be watching it as I visit with you guys. You know, if those people break through, expect them at the border at any time. They're only like, right now, they're only probably like 3 or 4 miles from the border. Is people of California, is people from the state of California going to go to the border and do exactly what the Mexicans are doing? She's live right now. I'm going to pull it up.
Queremos luchar por la vida que tenemos en Tijuana, por nuestros derechos. Queremos que las cosas se hagan legalmente, que la gente entre y que no pase sobre nuestros derechos. Nosotros como ciudadanos mexicanos, como ciudadanos tijuanenses, tenemos el derecho de saber quién está evadiendo.
Basically what she's saying is, this is Tijuana. This is Mexico. We're going to protect our country. Our country is not being taken over by invaders. The support and the love for their country should make every American feel proud. It should. The support the Mexicans are coming out in. They're coming out in droves. They're coming out standing up for their own. The government's not standing up for their country. They're not, ladies and gentlemen. They are doing it themselves. Is that what we're going to have to do here in America? Since our government's not going to stand up for us? They're standing up, all right. They're standing up against us. But do we need to come out and stand up for ourselves? Do we need to come out and stand up for America just like Paloma and the Mexicans are? The Mexicans are a very passionate, loving people, religious people, God-fearing people. But I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if you push them, they will fight back. They have no qualms about that. They have no qualms at all. And I agree with them 100%. And this is where I think that we need to do the same thing in our own country. You know, I've been watching this, and we got people from Detroit, Michigan, Oklahoma, California, Florida, New York, New Jersey, North Carolina, South Carolina, West Virginia, all them people from all those places watching this. And Paloma is doing what's right. Paloma is doing what's needed. And I guarantee you what, if I need to go to the border, ladies and gentlemen, I will sell everything I own. Everything. I will become the brokest son that you've ever met, and I will go to the border. And I will stand on the border to stop this. I will. I'll go down the border and I will stand there myself and give them a big-ass target for their rocks, their clubs. And as she was saying earlier, one of our earlier live streams, they're armed. The person that's in charge of, what was it? She said it earlier. The person that's in charge of the security for the country came out and gave them a warning not to go down there. Came out and told them not to go down to where the caravan is because they are armed. When the main man of the government comes out and tells them not to go there because they're armed, what the hell do you think that means? And the Mexican people went down there anyway. The Mexican people said, I don't give a rat's ass if they're armed or not. They are not taking over our country. I'm so proud of the Mexican people right now. It's unreal. And I wish all of my Mexican friends would be on here. I wish we could share this with every Mexican American that we know. You guys invite every Mexican American you know. We need to see it. Every Cuban American, every Puerto Rican American. We need everybody to see this, because this lady here is speaking truth. She's showing us what the fake news media is not going to show us. She was showing us just exactly what real life is all about in a separate country just south of us. That guaranteed fact will be coming here. Now, by the time we come here, we're going to have to take up arms to defend ourselves? Possibly. Possibly. But here's the biggest thing. Here's the biggest question. Yeah, it's Sunday, but the Mexican people have been out there now every single day fighting for their country. They're probably missing work. They're probably missing family time because they know something's more important. There's something more important right now, and that's standing up for their own country. Will we do that in America? Will we stand up for our own country? Are we willing to sacrifice a little family time, a little day off, maybe some hours of work to defend our country? I will. If it comes to that, I will. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. Sacrifices are going to have to be made. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you this. I will tell you this right now. When shit hits the fan, who's going to protect our country? Because we all know Mattis came out as of so far and said the military will be a strictly hands-off entity down there. So it's just the Border Patrol and what civilians are down there. The military's hands-off. They actually don't want the military to get involved unless they have to. And if there is an actual firefight invasion, trust me, the military will get involved. They are. They are going to keep it. Mad Dog Mattis, just like Tech said, he's keeping an eye on things. And if shit hits the fan, trust me, one phone call and we're going to be activated. Big time. But we can't run and we can't hide because, ladies and gentlemen, this is coming. This is coming at us. This is coming. We can't run from it. We can't bury our freaking heads in the sand from it. We have to face facts. We have an invasion coming, and it's not a fake one like the Democrats said it was. It's not a false one like the Democrats said it was. You look at all those news medias down there that's going in there, where the Mexican police are letting them through so they can do their live feeds. I bet CNN's down there. Oh, the poor caravan. Oh, the poor caravan. They're starving. You know what? You look at those caravan people, you know, they're pretty well taken care of. They are. I don't see a starving one yet. I don't see an unbathed one yet. I see them in nice clothes. They all have these freaking things. Every one of them's got a damn cell phone. If they were that poor and that starving, they wouldn't have a cell phone at all. They would be very unkept. They'd be very dirty. They'd be very scrungy. They'd be very starving. We'd see bony people. They'd be cuts, bruised, battered. They would need multiple amounts of medical care. And that's not what I'm seeing at all, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm seeing is a well-organized assault, a well-organized commitment by somebody to invade this country. They've just invaded Mexico. And the Mexican army and the Mexican government did nothing to stop them. So the Mexican people are stepping up and they're going to stop it. They're going to do everything they can to stop it. You know, they can sit here and lie to us all they want, but this is well organized. If it wasn't well organized, then where the hell are they getting their food? Where are they getting their transportation? Where are they getting their clean clothes? You can tell when somebody has clothes on that hasn't been washed in quite a while. And from everything I'm seeing, they all got pretty clean clothes on. And you know what? They say they're starving. Then why some of them bastards weigh as much as I do? Starving people do not weigh 200-300 pounds. I know this for a fact. I know this for a fact. They don't. You know, the government, the Democrats, have bamboozled everyone to believing this is a fake narrative. This is bullshit. Well, it's not bullshit. This is real. If this wasn't real, then why is the Mexicans out there? Why is the Mexicans protesting this? This is one thing I just can't believe our Democrats would twist. Well, yes, I can believe they would twist this for their own benefit. But at the same time, her live stream is froze up. At the same time, your pride has to go with the Mexicans. In all honesty. Mine does. I got pride in the Mexicans right now. Are we going to have pride in ourselves and stand up to these people just like this? Are we going to stand up to this caravan the way the Mexicans are? Are we going to go down there and meet them head on? Who's going to have the barriers between us? Is it going to be the Border Patrol? Is it going to be the military? Or is it going to be the Mexicans? It ain't going to be the Mexicans. Because once they get to the border, they're going to drop their hands. The government's already said, Mexico government, they're going to drop their hands because just as soon as they get to the border, they're going to say, hey, they're y'all problem now. They're y'all's problem now. All we got to do is watch out for everybody else as they're still coming through. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 waves of this shit coming at us. 4, not 3, but 4. So, this ain't something we can just think lightly about. This ain't something that we can just stop and say, oh, well, you know, the Democrats are right. This is all just a lie. We just need to go ahead and open the borders. Really? So how about this? Every one of you ass clowns that say you need to open the border, how about every one of you take in 100 of them? How about that? Nancy Pelosi. You have a big enough house, you let 100 of them into your house. Maxine Waters, you let them into your house. Jerry Brown, you let them into the governor's mansion. There you go. You wanted them, you got them. Amos Ramos, you wanted them in your house? Take them to Florida, put them in your house. But they can't go nowhere else. They stay right there. Oh, yeah, and by the way, you can't feed them. Because they're going to take everything you had. And that house will no longer be yours. Rosie O'Donnell, you guys want all these open borders? You want whatever you want to do? How about that? That just got elected to Congress, and she came out and said, oh, the president wouldn't know how to handle a girl from the Bronx. Well, this is what she wants. Really? Well, you come from a well-to-do family, so how about this? How about 100 of them go up to your place in the Bronx and take over? What are you going to say then when you try to go back to mama's house and you can't? Because mama don't have a place to live no more. And mama don't have no more money because mama and daddy took in these illegals and they stole everything from them. What are you going to do then? Bernie Sanders became a multimillionaire. And when he was elected into office, Bernie Sanders was in the hole, damn near $80,000. He was in the negative. His income was in the negative $80,000. And look at the man now. He's a multimillionaire. His wife ran the finances for a college, and the college had to shut down because she financially broke them. But look at their daughter. Daughter's doing the same damn thing that mama did. And these are the people that want this. I just don't know. Joy Behar, Whoopi Goldberg. You people want this? Let them into your freaking houses. You let them come into your neighborhood and live. You let them come in and you give them everything that you have. And when they start saying this ain't enough, we want more. We want more. Are you going to say no? Or are you going to say yes? Are you going to give them to them? Right now, follow the lead of the Mexicans. They say no. We don't want this. We love our country. We want to protect our country. We want to keep our country. I'm going to do everything I can. I've been sending this lady messages. I'm going to do everything I can to do a live stream with her. And I'm gonna love it if we can. Because if I can do a live stream with her, I want to talk to this lady. Firsthand account exactly what's going on. The honesty and the purity that we're seeing from the Mexicans should make us feel ashamed because they're doing something we haven't done. Their government is doing damn things, so the Mexicans are. The people of Mexico are coming out and saying enough of this crap is enough. We're not going to let it happen anymore. Since the Mexican government is letting it happen, it's time for us to stop it. Now, do you see any of them wearing masks? Do you see any of them wearing battle fatigues, armor stuff, pads, helmets, any of that stuff? No. They're meeting them people head on. Head on. They're meeting them people dead on, face to face. And they're trying to tell them we are a proud Mexican family. We're a proud Mexican country. And we're going to stand for our rights. We're going to stand for our freedoms. And I'll be damned if you come through and tear our country up and tear Tijuana up. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, Mr. Brutally Honest is going to say my hat is off to Mexico. Mexico, may God protect you and watch you, because the rest of the world is. The rest of the world's seeing what's really happening. And if it's so much fake news and this stuff isn't happening like the Democrats say it's not happening, then why in the hell is there so much media down there? Why is Telemundo down there? And why is Telemundo spreading lies about what's really going on? Why is all of the major networks down there, but you're not going to see part of the Mexicans? You're going to see the part of the caravan, and they're going to twist it to where the people of Mexico are the bad people. When all they're doing is they're wanting to keep their country safe. They're trying to stand up for their own country because the Mexican government failed them. The Mexican government failed the people of Mexico. And the nationalist from Mexico is there to fight. The nationalist for the country of Mexico is there to show America. Just the people in Tijuana are going to stand for their city. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot even begin to tell you just how dangerous it is where they're at right now. The cartel down there kill people just for looking at them. The cartel down there kill people just for not moving out of the way. And these people have marched on foot into deep cartel country to go take on this caravan. Now, do you think it benefits the cartel for the Mexicans to come in there and protest against this to stop the caravan? Or do you think it benefits the cartel to have the caravan come through? Hey, possible new mules, possibility of somebody being able to get new drugs across the border, mass amounts of drugs across the border. Hey, we can recruit us a whole bunch of stiffs. So not only are they in danger from the caravan itself, they're in danger from the cartel itself too. Or do you think the cartel's staying out of this because they don't want no attention on them? But I can guarantee you what, I've been where they're at. And if you've been anywhere where the hair on the back of your neck or your arms stand straight up, that's what mine did when I was there, when the cartel started taking over. That's not good country, ladies and gentlemen. And these people are down here putting their life on the line. That's exactly what they're doing. They're putting their life on the line. And when this comes to America, are we willing to do it? Are we willing to do the same as the Mexicans? Now, I'm talking about the Mexicans of Mexico. And I'm talking about the Mexican Americans. The ones that's here legally. The ones that's grown up here. The ones that are descendants of the original Mexicans and of the original Spaniards. That's who I'm talking about. And yes, there's Cubans, there's Puerto Ricans, and everybody else in California and in that country too. And my hat's off to them good people for standing up with them. So what I'm saying is, if they're willing to do it, are we? That's my question. Are we willing to stand up? Just like the Mexicans are. Now, all them spicks and wetbacks and illegals, I don't care about them. I really don't. I couldn't give you two shits of the old shit tree about them. Not one bit. Because they are illegal. They're criminals. They're terrorists. They're trying to come into this country and they're trying to take over. They are doing what's called an invasion. And that's what's happening. They're invading Mexico. And the people of Mexico are trying to stop it before it reaches here, before it comes to our border. And that's where my hat's off to Mexico. Them good people are trying to stop this shit before it comes to America. That has to make each and every one of us proud of our southern neighbors. Knowing that our southern border right now is being watched by the country that borders us. You guys, if you can, I want y'all to share this YouTube with anybody and everybody, because everybody needs to see this. Everybody needs to hear our opinion on what the Mexicans are doing. They need to hear that we stand with the Mexicans for not only standing up against their own damn government, but for standing up against foreign invaders. And they're standing up against domestic terrorists and foreign terrorists in their own country. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing something historic. We are seeing something very, very historic. Can anybody tell me the last time that Mexico, the people of Mexico, stood up for their own country? Pretty amazing stuff right now, folks. Damn amazing stuff right now. And it behooves each and every one of us to thank them. To thank them. All these illegal Mexicans that we have right here in the country, all these wetbacks and spicks here that are illegal as hell, they're watching this. And they're probably laughing. But they're also probably wondering, well, if they stop them, now what's going to happen to me? Are they going to try to come find me now? Is ICE going to come after us? Damn right. Because it behooves each and every one of us to let ICE know where we have illegals, where we have people stealing from us, where we have people trying to rob America. I'll do it. I'll do it in a freaking heartbeat. Because we know that you can call the local. We know that you can call the local sheriff's department and they're not going to do anything. They're not. We know that you can call your local police department and they're not going to do anything. So therefore, you have to call ICE itself and let them know. Then they will come down here. But as I'm watching this, it gives me great hope and great pleasure to see Mexicans stand up for their country. It gives me great hope for our southern neighbors, who everybody thought was just trash. It's not trash. It's a beautiful country. When people control what's going on, it's a beautiful country. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I support them. And I hope you do too. And I hope you guys share this. Share this YouTube with everybody you can. If you can share this thing, share it with anybody and everybody. I want Fox News to see this. I want everybody to see it if they can. Because a plain old country boy like myself, I'm proud of my Mexican neighbors. I support my Mexican neighbors. And because I'm saying Mexican, that don't mean I'm racist. That's what they are. They're Mexican. And all the Mexican Americans we have in this country, I support you 100%. I don't support any illegals. I don't support any wetbacks. I don't support any spics. I don't support any Chicanos. I don't support any people that are here to steal from us, deprive us of our freedoms and our liberties. I support everybody that come here legally. And we're watching that right now. We're watching a country. We're watching a country stand up for itself. Therefore, the pride that we know and we see should be outstanding for those people. So you guys share this if you can. I didn't share this on Facebook. I'm not set up to do that yet. But if you guys can share this, share it with anybody and everybody you can. If not, tell them, send them the address of where this is and tell them to come watch it. And maybe they can share it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my final thought is this. If the Mexicans stand up for Mexico, will the Americans stand up for America? You can count your happy ass, Mr. Brutally Honest will. Mr. Brutally Honest will be up there. I'll get my big ass up there, and I will stand there. Will you stand shoulder to shoulder with me to support this great country of ours and this republic and protect it from foreign and domestic terrorists? I hope you say you do, and I hope you will. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jeff wants to know, how do you share this? I guess what you do, Jeff, is you just share the link. You go up and share the link, or maybe there's some, hold on here a second. How do you share this? What's these three buttons up here? I don't see how you share it. Oh, what's this? There's a microphone. There's that. In stream. I don't know. Maybe you have to share the link. And that's how you do it, Jeff. I'm really not sure. This is kind of new to me. And so it's just one of those things. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to keep watching her and everything she lets us see. And I can't thank her enough for putting herself in harm's way so we can see this all. And every time I see more of it, I'm going to share it every damn time. I'm going to share it every time because we need to know the truth. And the Democrats don't want us to know the truth. Neither does the networks in our own country. Why in the hell is Fox News not down there? Fox News ought to be down there showing everybody really what's going on. Why aren't they? Why aren't they? It's a damn good question. Because this is pertinent stuff here. And I'll tell you what, if I had a passport, my happy ass would be back down there. But I've never had a passport in my life except for when I was in the military, and that was because of the Army. So, but ladies and gentlemen, from Mr. Brutally Honest, stay tuned because I'm gonna keep sharing everything I can. And I pray to God that Americans stand up just like the Mexicans are standing up. The Mexican nationalists are hot and heavy in Mexico right now. And we need to be hot and heavy in America and be ready. Okay, well, you're back, Dab. So, yeah, I'm sorry it stopped on your end, but yeah, it's still going here. So, yeah, Cole Tucker. I wish I had Tucker Carlson's phone number. I really did. I'd call that man, and I'd visit with him. Because, you know what? I said that last night on the live stream. I'm going to get hold of Fox News tomorrow. And I'm going to try to talk to Tucker about how people like me, Jeremy, Jermaine, and everybody else is trying to inform you guys of what's going on, but we don't have a voice. We're not being heard. So, yeah, what's happening today in Tijuana should be heard all around the world. It should be. And it's up to us to share it. So you guys share everything you can. I love you. God bless you. God bless the Republic of America. And God bless the country of Mexico and the people of Mexico. And just remember this one thing. If you sit on a wooden fence too long, you're going to get splinters in your butt. So get up, pull them splinters out of your ass. Feet first, take our republic back. And it's time to stand up to our own government. We love you. God bless you. We'll see you guys later. Bye.